Let's begin today in a child's pose, grounding through your hips, and take a few deep breaths. On the next inhale, coming into a tabletop position, and take a few cat-cow poses. Continue with a few cat-cow circles in both directions. And arrive back to neutral position. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, come to your tiptoes, staying in downward facing dog. Exhale, ground your heels. Inhale, tiptoes. Exhale, ground your heels. And one more time, tiptoes. Ground your heels. Inhale, wave yourself to plank. Downward facing dog. One more time, inhale, plank. Lower yourself down on the ground. Inhale, baby cobra. Release. Tuck your toes. Push yourself up to plank. Downward facing dog. Inhale, wave to plank. Exhale, lower yourself down on the ground. Inhale, deeper cobra. Release. Tuck your toes and push yourself up to plank. Downward facing dog. Inhale, tiptoe to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Coming up to stand. Arms up. Palms to your heart center. Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Padangustasana, catching big toes and folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Right foot steps back, finding warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left palm grounds, right arm up, Trikonasana. Bend your left knee, coming into a side angle. Circle your right arm back to Trikonasana. Bend your left knee, side angle. Right palm grounds, reversed Skandasana to the left. Walk your hands to the other side for a higher Skandasana, catching your right ankle with your left hand. Inhale, right arm up. Transition into a low Skandasana, palms at your heart. Or option to take a full bind in your low Skandasana. Release, palms at your heart. Transition to the top of the mat for a lunge, high plank, low plank chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Pause. Inhale, jump to the top of the mat, halfway lift, forward fold, wrapping arms around your calves. Slowly coming up to stand, arms up, palms to your heart center. Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Left foot steps back for warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right palm grounds, left arm up for Trikonasana. Bend your right knee into a side angle. Circle your left arm back into Trikonasana. Bend your right knee, side angle. Left palm grounds. Reverse Skandasana to the right. Walk your hands to the other side for a higher Skandasana, catching your left ankle with your right hand, left arm up. Transition into low Skandasana, palms at your heart. Or option 2, take a full bind in your low Skandasana. Release, connecting palms at your heart, transition into a lunge at the top of the mat, high plank, low plank chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Inhale, come to your tiptoes and drop your heels to the left, sliding your hips down in your downward facing dog, stretching the right side of your body. Keeping your feet, find higher plank. Take your left knee to your right elbow. Lift your right arm up for a side plank. Finding figure 4 shape in your legs, slide yourself down. Push yourself back into a side plank. Open for a fallen triangle. Ground your right palm, knee to chest, and find wild thing. Option to ground both palms. Slowly, left foot steps forward into a lunge. Ground your right knee, lizard lunge, with your forearms on the ground. Inhale, coming back up. Tuck your back toe. Find one-legged high plank. Low plank chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Inhale, come to your tiptoes and drop your heels to the right, sliding your hips down and stretching the left side of your body. Keeping your feet, push yourself into a higher plank and take your right knee to your left elbow. Lift your left arm up, side plank. Find figure 4 shape in your legs and slide your hips down. Push back into a side plank. Open for a fallen triangle. Ground your left palm knee to chest, finding wild thing. Option to ground both palms. Slowly take your right foot to the top of the mat and lower your left knee into a lizard lunge with your forearms grounded. Coming back up, tuck your back toes, one-legged high plank, low plank chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Walk your hands to your feet, halfway lift, placing your feet wide and finding Malasana squat. Right palm grounds, inhale left arm up. Option to take a full bind in your Malasana. Release. Left palm grounds. Inhale, right arm up. Option for a full bind here. Release. Round your back, placing palms in front of you. Lower your hips on the ground, straightening your legs. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forward, Paschimottanasana. Coming back up and finding a cross-legged position, Sukhasana. Placing hands on your knees, palms up, and bringing attention to your breath to finish our practice. Connect palms at your heart, thumbs to third eye. Thank you so much for your time and your effort. Namaste.